What's up, guys? Chef Dave back with a quick update on our sauerkraut. And we are now on day 4 and it is basically done. So let's check it out. So let's pop this open. Just gonna unwind this plastic. Now I do try to save that plastic. Let's check this out. Look at that. That's exactly what you're looking for. You see all these froth fermentation bubbles. That's exactly what you want. It's been 4 days since it's been out. And, if you look, I'm just going to press down on that real quick. Boop. You see all those bubbles pop up. Those are all trapped underneath. See no bacterial growth or anything on top, just beautiful fermentation. What we did do at one point is, because if you look closely sometimes, where this should be fine now because I pressed it down, but because you've packed it so tight and it really wants to ferment, it will push or air gaps into your product sometimes. And now if you have a big, heavy weight, it doesn't do it quite as much, right? Because it doesn't have the power to lift. But, fermentation is an amazingly powerful thing. So what I did do 2 days after, once the fermentation started, I took a spoon and I just went like this. Just gave it a little push down on some of the spots, just like that. And see all that oxygen come up. Just give it a little push down. Now again, you don't want to push it so that you're lifting it and that the cabbage comes up past it, but you are just pushing it down to release some of that trapped air. Again, you're just avoiding conflict with oxygen. So basically, that's where we're at. That's what we're doing. And this is a finished product. This took about 4 days, which with the weather we have right now is actually pretty quick. I thought it would take closer to 6 days. Now, what I do want you to keep in mind is that you can keep going on this and just keep building that lacto fermentation. For me, I like it like in the early stages of the lacto fermentation. I don't like it where it gets overly funky for sauerkraut. I do like it when it gets funky with kimchi, just because I think there's so many other flavors in kimchi that you're dealing with that like it really kind of, that longer aging sort of benefits it. But you can definitely, if you're the type that really likes, that funk, keep this going. Do this another, probably, I would say minimum 7 days. In the summer, like I said, it'll be fast. It'll definitely, even to get to that funk, it'll only take 3 to 5 days probably. Obviously, if you keep your ambient temperature in your apartment or home or whatever at a lower degree, then that will change things as well. But what I like to do, like I said, I like to get it to this stage and then pause or just extremely slow down the fermentation, because this will keep fermenting. And I will put this in the refrigerator. I'll put this in quart containers in the refrigerator, and that will pause or just extremely slow down that fermentation. It will keep going. So, if you have an extreme amount of this, if you did like 4 jars of this, it will keep fermenting unless you pasteurize it. But I like to avoid pasteurizing it because that's, the whole point of doing this is to really get this beautiful bacterial biome into your gut. So, and the flavor I think is awesome. But let's give it a little taste. So we're going to just gently, there we go, take these weights out. So typically I just push this all the way down, right? And then just pop it, grab it. And just slide that out. Wonderful. And then what you have left behind is this beautiful, it smells wow, sorry, I can't curse, but it smells fantastic. Let me bring it in for you. Absolutely beautiful. And now let's give it a taste. That is so good. Man, obviously still tons of texture, but the acid is really building up now. That lactose, you could swear there was vinegar in there, and as you saw earlier, there is no vinegar in this. Let me see if I can zoom in. There's no vinegar in this. It is just salt, a touch of sugar, and the cabbage, and it's just natural fermentation, lacto fermentation that gives it that acid flavor. So good. Man, that is fantastic. So that's it. It's a very simple process, just takes a little bit of time, but the rewards are amazing. And you know, this is super versatile. You can use this in a lot of different ways. Just daily eating a little bit of this will really help, you know, with your digestion and just your overall gut health. Not to mention it's just delicious. You know, I mean, that's the biggest part really to me, is the fact that it's delicious. You can do this, you know, in salads just to mix it in. You can put this on sandwiches. It's so good on a sandwich. It brings a crunch, it brings an acid. It's like having a vinaigrette without like everything else, you know. It's really, really amazing. We're gonna probably put some dishes together with this, you know, as we go on here, but try it at home. It's super low cost, very high benefit, you know, across the board. And there are a few things that really, I think, equal that, you know, risk reward sort of thing, especially in food, where it's not a crazy amount of effort, not a crazy amount of cost, but the end result is this super delicious, you know, thing. And there's just not a ton of foods out there that fall into that category. So give this a shot at home. You won't be sorry, that I can promise. If you enjoyed this, hopefully you watched the first part of this video, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Thanks, guys. Peace.